Yeah, we're gonna flash you with a phone, and then that means, hurry up.
Get through it.
Yeah, but have fun. Other rules? We got other rules?
Yeah, white people, you still can't say it. Just gotta keep that in mind. By the way, I mean the word nigga. I hope that was clear.
50 years from now, man. I say, and based on what I've heard from someone who was here 50 years ago to now, and where I see that things can go, I have an optimistic view, but
a lot of people who start off at these shows, they continue to do stand-up. They're still out here doing stand-up. I hope it dies though. I straight up hope No White's fuck No White's allowed. I hope it dies. Where is the place for people like us? Where is the place for people with darker skin? Where is the place for people from the hood? Why? So, Malcolm and me, we were just like, you know what? Let's do it. Let's start a show for people of color. Why not? Fuck it. All right, let's knock knock.
Who's there?
Not a black actor who won an Oscar.
The other one is about Leonardo DiCaprio had just won an Oscar, and we were saying we were starting to think, had he not won, maybe he was black.
Yeah, Leo was black. We won that year. And we did. And so next semester, we started planning for this show. Didn't have a title yet. We were gonna call it Colored Comedy, and I was like, you know what? No, the title should hit hard. It should smack you across the face. And so I called it No Whites Allowed.
Hi, my name is Amber. I'm a junior BMA. I usually swallow, but sometimes I do. I mean, if I come, then I come, but I don't really care.
My first time doing stand-up was very nerve-wracking. I was very nervous. I did not have a lot of positive encouragement before stepping on stage, but I was like, I can prepare for this. I can make this happen. I was so confident in myself. Surprisingly enough, I went up there and I just started talking and people started laughing, and I was just like, all right, this is not that bad. I think I can actually do this. And then next thing you know, it was over.
What made me want to create NWA? Because there wasn't a place for people of color to do stand-up and just have fun. I knew a lot of funny people of color, really funny people of color, who would never do a typical open mic at Emerson because it's full of white dudes.
First time I did NWA was the first time I did stand-up. I'd been a freshman who was here for a semester, and I was a comedic arts major. I remember Evan asking me, and just the fact that he was asking me specifically meant a lot to me. It was a lot of just trying new experiences in a new place, and I was really excited with what happened with it.
So I've been mixed race positive for about 18 years now. Yeah, I live with it every day, and it never changes. It always stays the same. Same black parent, same white parent every day.
We may have ways that they can go about building a community. Yo, I tried to keep it together. That bird scared the fuck out of me. Yo, chill out, my nigga, dead ass. What is wrong with you? Sorry about that. What was the question again?
I actually dealt with a racist situation recently. I was walking through the commons, I was trying to get to school. This homeless guy, he asked me, he said, hey, you got any change? I actually didn't have it. So I said, no, man, I don't have any change. And I kept walking, and he was like, house nigga. He called me a house nigga. He called me a house nigga. I almost called him a houseless nigga, but I thought that was too much of a
Yo, I don't think I've ever been that nervous in my life doing something. the amount of wild shit that was going on in my stomach, getting on stage to try to make people laugh was by far the most difficult and nerve-wracking thing I've ever had to do. Only thing that I remember going through my brain was, I think I can do this show though. If there was any place that I'm gonna try this, it's gonna be here, because I know that I can at least get something out of it and it won't be too bad. Anywhere else, I definitely wouldn't have got on stage. And so that's why I have a fond appreciation not a fond appreciation, I have a great appreciation for Evan in NWA, because I'm not a stand-up comedian if that show doesn't exist.
I'm at a 540 right now. I'm not doing that bad. I'm gonna get 620. It turns out Credit Karma actually is free.
Would you have tried comedy for the first time at Inside Joke ever?
No.
I know what you're thinking, like, Natalie, we own white people jokes. Like, what do we need to take them back from? I want to take them back from white people. Like, I don't know if you noticed, but white people have co-opted white people jokes.
Are you surprised at some of the criticism of Inside Joke?
Am I surprised at some of the criticism? No, not at all. Because I do stand-up mics in Boston, and it's the same shit. It's just like a bunch of white dudes taking up the room and supporting their friends and not supporting anyone else.
You will have probably at the average Inside Joke 2 or 3 women out of 16, 15 performers, and the all women show is just like 10, 12 just women performers, which is just like, you have to ask yourself, like, what happens to these other 10 women? Like, why aren't they doing stand-up and Inside Joke on every other night?
She just kind of looked confused. Probably just had never met a stupid Asian person before.
I feel like I don't consider myself a part of the comedy community here because I am not really willing or have the desire to venture outside of NWA or the opportunities that Hire or even Flawless Brown has offered to me.
There's nothing else like it, and
like peanut butter doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah. Can we get that? Can we get? Oh, that's a good one.
Oh, if you're the Inside Joke president, you know, what exactly do you do to fix that? You know.
I've had female friends who have who are hilarious.
My celebrity lookalike goes from like a Kathy Griffin wig on top of a plank of wood to Louis C.K.'s forehead.
Who have left some of these Boston mics feeling like shit.
It definitely does have to do a lot with the fact that it's run by white male dominated. And even the white women, I don't know, I just struggle. It's like I deal with that stuff in class all the time, and sometimes on projects. When choosing my extracurriculars, when choosing what I do outside of class, I'm not gonna put myself in positions to further that struggle.
I think that a lot of people who do some of these mics aren't funny, but they're white dudes and they have friends. And so their friends laugh at the shit they say, and that makes them feel like they have power and their egos fucking explode because of that. They're good cops, right? They're bad cops. And I don't want to generalize, but it's hard not to, right? Like, fuck the police. So, low-key, fucking Inside Joke.
So what, just anything? Like, should I do the opening for the dog?
Oh yeah, I was working with something for that.
Hip hop, in my opinion, is NWA. The vehicle to move anything nowadays that is speaking the counterculture, but also speaking experience. The thing about hip hop is that hip hop has 4 pillars, and all of those speak to oppression. All of those speak to certain components in black culture that, you know, we've seen hip hop grow and expand. You know, hip hop has definitely morphed in, what, 40 years? You know, and the direction that hip hop is going, it is the one thing that always just shatters my expectation every time. And it's as important, I believe, as anything that is pushing away the status quo and bringing in the counterculture.
Cause I've been in the shadows, now I'm climbing from the deep. Yeah, I'm addicted to the peaks. Gotta get it, just my reach. And you know it's not a car, motherfucker, this is heat. Yeah.
was for people of color, and hip hop is a genre that many times portrays people of color in a light that audiences don't typically see, and that's the same thing that comedy does. Comedy and hip hop are very similar. We'd be doing a disservice if we didn't have hip hop.
It's literally harping on one of the most iconic hip hop groups of all time. NWA, the Niggas with Attitude group, they were known for their really expressive and raw takes in the industry. They said what they wanted, they said how they wanted to say it, and I think NWA embodied that. We were gonna do things the way we wanted to, we weren't gonna apologize for much, and we were still gonna get people to come out and come to the show. Now granted, you have to have hip hop at these shows. Like you're occupying a room that's full of brown people, full of avid hip hop listeners. It was important to get artists like Malachi and Rob and Drew on stage, Naveen performing, so that it felt like, oh, this makes sense.
Only time I say shit, pull up in a spaceship. Yeah, you know you hate this, the way I fucking make it. I'm the sensation in this nation. Give you any indication that I'm blazing and I'm Asian and the throne is for the taking. So that I'm breaking, yeah, I'm smoking out Jamaican. And you know I'm fucking faded, yeah, you know I'm fucking faded.
Not to say other genres of music wouldn't have worked on stage, but niggas is not coming to NWA to listen to country. Like, it's just not gonna happen, so yeah. Hey yo, that ass B? That ass.
Yeah, I'm heavy-headed with the shit that I creep. She never said it, but she thinks I'm a freak. I never fret it, but it's cold in the east. I'm a young beast, headed for the runway. Always said that we would get together one day. Writing bars and getting better in a Hyundai. All these other rappers looking at me hungry. Yeah, I'm far from luxury. No paper tag, Gucci bag in my Humvee. No A-list stars, handprints on my concrete. No fonts and dons at the palm tree. These stars are staunchy, yeah, my rhymes are raunchy. Half the people in the back be the paparazzi, but they popping off like the cops that shot me, yeah. Don't count on a star to turn his back for ya. Have the fuckers in rap, gon' spend cash on ya. Got a hell of a mind and a ass on ya. I just got a couple tracks and a rack on them. Racked out about half and I'm back on them. Yeah, I'm back on them. Yeah, I trust you, baby. That's all the facts in the hustle, baby. When we fucking, it's rough, it's a tussle, baby. I don't fuck with crazy, but she fuck with me. I'm the craziest motherfucker between the sun and Venus. I'm a sold out genius. Yeah, I'm far from luxury, so don't fuck with me. Yeah, don't count on a star to turn his back for ya. Half the fuckers in rap, won't spend cash on ya. Got a hell of a mind and